Thousands of people gather in Brazil's economic capital São Paulo to defend democracy, 1 year after the riots that shook Brasilia and the intrusion of supporters of ex-President Bolsonaro into Congress, the Supreme Court and the presidential palace. President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva vowed there will be no pardon for supporters of ex-President Jair Bolsonaro who rioted in the capital a year ago, as Brazil marked the anniversary of the attacks. Speaking in the main entry hall of Congress in Brasilia, one of 3 buildings far-right rioters invaded that day. Along with the presidential palace and Supreme Court next door, the veteran leftist said Brazil's democracy needed protecting. All those who financed, planned, and committed this coup attempt must be made examples of and punished. There can be no pardon for those who attack democracy, Lula, 78, told a ceremony that included top figures from all 3 branches of government. Pardon would look like impunity, and impunity would look like a free pass for new terrorist attacks on our country. We saved democracy. But democracy must be built and protected every day. The riots were eerily reminiscent of the U.S. Capitol invasion in Washington almost exactly 2 years earlier by supporters of then-President Donald Trump, Bolsonaro's political role model. The episode laid bare the violent divisions tearing at Brazil in the wake of Lula's narrow win over Bolsonaro the previous October. The ceremony, dubbed Democracy Unbowed, featured the presentation of a restored tapestry by Brazilian artist and landscape designer Roberto Burle Marx, which rioters ripped from a wall in the Senate, tore and urinated on during the attacks. A replica of the Constitution taken from the Supreme Court was also symbolically returned. Attendees included the leader of the Senate, state governors, military commanders and foreign ambassadors. But the display of democratic unity was undermined by some notable absences on the right, such as São Paulo Governor Tarcísio Freitas, a former Bolsonaro minister touted as a possible presidential contender. Hardline Bolsonaro backers meanwhile stand staunchly by the January 8 protesters. In the build-up to the anniversary, calls circulated on social media to celebrate January 8 as Patriots' Day and take to the streets. However, authorities say they do not expect mass protests.